Majority of altcoins are in an oversold area. We have an exclusive information that some of them might go absolutely crazy very soon. But is this really true? For that, let's analyze. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Simon from Crypto Paradise, and in this video we will go through multiple time frame analysis on Bitcoin, and in the end of this video we will take a look at altcoins. We will skillfully analyze the price action of Bitcoin and altcoins, and based on that understand what's coming next on multiple time frames. At the moment we are looking on Bitcoin weekly time frame, aka ultra high time frame analysis that in the previous videos, for example 4 days ago or also 13 days ago, I've explained to you the reasons why there is going to be a crash towards $44,000. So if you have not watched this video, make sure you go watch it after watching this one, because today I will not be explaining exactly the dynamics and reasons why the current Bitcoin cycle, which took a form of an impulse starting at $19,000, is going to be very soon finished and will be following the 2021 Bitcoin crash. In this video I want to zoom in once again to this ending diagonal pattern which we are forming right now on a daily time frame. But before we analyze the daily time frame, which is high time frame analysis, let me shift towards lower time frame price action and let's analyze the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin. As you remember from the previous video, we have been discussing a lot what's about to happen, right? I have been explaining to you the bullish divergences. I explained the reasons why the final fifth wave of the impulse will not be truncated but will end up higher than the previous wave that finished right here. I told you there is a high probability of having a retest of this support zone right here at around $100,000, and voila, what happened? We got exactly that. Take a look exactly where we have stopped, exactly at that level I have shared with you in the previous video, right? After that we have went to the upside, so this impulse that was subdivided into 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we believe right now is finished, and we are starting a corrective zigzag pattern. What I mean by that is, let me show you an example from our MCP University, is exactly this. So after the impulsive wave that taken a form of an impulse, as you can see right here, an impulse is being formed by 5 waves. We have then a deep correction that most of the times taken a form of a zigzag, right? The zigzag is made by 3 waves A, B, C, and usually with the highest probability ends up at around 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. So what do we have right now? It seems to be a start of an A wave, probably already finished to be honest, because this seems to be like a B wave, and once this B wave is finished we will have the final C wave. How can we analyze where this C wave will stop? Is by analyzing this previous price action structure. Let me take my Fibonacci retracement level tool, and as you can see 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level is placed at around $97,000. So this will be working as a great demand zone, because this level at around $100,000 was already tested for 2 times, once and twice here. As you can see, the demand is not going to be that strong here anymore, and I believe that after another touch of this support it will actually break lower. Okay, so it really seems like the Bitcoin already finished the impulsive move at around $109,000. With ParadiseTeam VIPs, you know that we have been in this trade. I've been updating you about this crypto signal since we took it. You knew exactly where we have our last sell target because I have exposed that to you in the previous video, and voila, take a look at this, a beautiful exit exactly at the top, ladies and gentlemen. We have made with ParadiseTeam VIPs a beautiful trade, 18% profit without any leverage. We have actually taken that with 3x leverage, plus we have went aggressive, so we went double position size, a beautiful profit. Shout out to ParadiseTeam VIPs, you guys know this was an absolute beauty, and this is not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. These kind of trades, this is years of experience, okay, years of developing this kind of skills. And what makes me very sad is that most of the traders that we see with ParadiseTeam on Telegram, they don't actually respect the kind kinda long-term profitable strategies. What we see around other traders on Telegram is that they have some entry and then they are exiting like 1 or 2% above, like it's absolute nonsense, and then they have very wide stop loss target. This is something what really makes us angry, because then they promote their profits with multiple X leverage, but then they never show their losses that are 10 times, 20 times larger than the profits they are making for months and months and months. And really, if you don't practice a great risk to reward strategy trades, you can have the best analysis in the market, but in the long run you still will not be able to make money, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so there is no distinguishment between a perfect analysis and perfect trade and risk management, because a successful trader cannot be successful without absolutely mastering these two. Okay, you can be the best technical analyzer and you still will not be able to sustain profits over a longer period of time. And the same way, if you have a great risk management skills but you are not a great analyzer, you can be really securing your portfolio well, but in the long run, because you don't have the edge on every trade, you are not able to keep your profits. So I want all of you to be profitable, so make sure that you have this in mind. Okay, great analysis skills but also great risk management skills, strategies and tactics, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so where can we understand that this B wave might finish? Well, for that we can analyze this price action right here. Let me take my Fibonacci retracement tool, and we can actually see that right here this zone will be working as a resistance, and it already is. You can see that we are having a touch of this candle into our zone right here, which I actually turn into red color so you can understand perfectly that this is a resistance, and you can see that we are already getting rejected from there, right? So this seems to be working like a tough supply zone right now, and with the highest probability this will be the end of the B wave and we will start a C wave that will with the highest probability end up at that $97,000, ladies and gentlemen. As I've already explained, because we have done two touches of this $100,000 support, on the next one I believe we will break and we will need to go a little bit lower, which is that $97,000 mark. It's not only because of that, but take a look on that B wave volume. As you can see, the B wave price action did some nice movement, right? However, it is not supported by the volume. The volume is actually decreasing, and you can see it is below the average. This blue line right here is the average volume from the past 100 days, and you can see on the current push from that B wave, it's all of the candles are below it, so that is very weak from the bulls. Okay, together with that we have a bearish divergence on both stochastic RSI and the classic RSI. So as the price went higher from here, it made a higher high, right? The indicator made lower high on both stochastic RSI and also classic RSI. This is a classic bearish divergence. This is the strongest one, as you can see from our MCP University post. This is the strongest one when the price is making higher high, but the indicator, the oscillator, is making lower high. This is the strongest bearish divergence, and basically means that even though the price went higher, the momentum wasn't there. What does it mean? The prices are getting overbought and the bulls are basically exhausted, getting exhausted, right? So no more buyers are left on the market. That's why there is the highest probability that right now we need to go through this corrective zigzag mode and have some correction. So we spoke about the C wave finishing with the highest probability at around $97,000 mark. Let's shift to our high time frame analysis. As you know, we are forming this ending diagonal, right? And we have probably already finished this third wave. All right, I said that there is a possibility that we will wick out above this major high time frame plus ultra high time frame supply zone. We did wick out above it, but the wick was very shallow, right? There was a possibility that we can go even higher towards $112,000. As you know, with ParadiseTeam VIPs, we have not been stressing that. We have placed our last sell target at $109,500,000, exactly the top, because we knew that for us to be ending the third wave correctly with the rules of ending diagonal, there is just needed to go higher than the previous first wave. And as you can see, we really went higher. It wasn't that much, but there was the wick out, right? But we also knew this is very tough. This is very tough resistance, ladies and gentlemen. And it seems like at the moment, together also with on daily time frame, having like this bearish divergence on MACD indicator right here, where the momentum is just starting to decrease, right? The price went higher, however the momentum is decreasing, together also with having this bearish candle right here. Let me show you what I mean by this. This is called inverted hammer candlestick pattern, and as you can see right here, it usually appears at the tops or at the bottoms and marks the start of a reversal to the opposite side. So you know that we expect the fourth wave to be right here above the second wave, right? We have the slope of the ascending downtrend trend line like this. So it seems like the $97,000 mark is realistic from the daily time frame as well. You can see this is around $97,000. So the highest probability is right now that we will really not exceed the previous high, even though it's possible, right? And this is also the reason why we are not entering any short positions just yet. We are still not being positioned for the drop towards $77,000 and later on towards $44,000. But we are not touching Bitcoin anymore just because the price action is not favoring the bulls, neither bears right now at the moment, right? So there is no clear, nice risk to reward trade opportunity where we can place a beautiful trade with a nice tight stop loss and high sell targets, exactly as we have done right here, right? But the highest probability is that we will right now touch this ascending trend line of this ending diagonal, and then we have the fifth wave that will most likely be truncated, and then we will start breaking down the ending diagonal pattern. So right now it seems the highest probability is that we will start retouching the ending diagonal support trend line right here, and we will retest the $97,000 mark. So Bitcoin is right now not interesting for us anymore. We are planning to start positioning ourselves for some nice short position once we will retest the fifth wave, because we will be able to place a nice tight stop loss and we will have a very nice sell target opportunities, right? So great profit versus very little risk. So that's what we like. But what we are interested in is actually altcoins right now, ladies and gentlemen. So let me show you the key index with which we are analyzing altcoins. So this is called Others Dominance. It's basically a crypto total market cap excluding top 10 dominance coins. So basically it shows us the dominance, how the dominance of majority of low cap and mid cap altcoins are behaving. And as you can see right now, we are retesting the trend line, the ascending trend line. We actually already did so at this level right here. Together with that, we have also retested this important support line. You know that in the previous videos I have been already updating you about this. And right now, if I shift towards a daily time frame, what can we see right here? So we have been analyzing this support zone, right? We had this nice impulse, and right now it seems like we have undergo this ABC zigzag correction, and we have already finished, and then we started a first wave of an impulse. Second wave seems to be finished right now, and we are about to have a new motive actionary third wave. So what I mean by that is our Elliot Wave theory. Once again, let me show you this nice pattern that also shows the subdivided waves. All right, so what I'm talking about is first wave and second wave. Okay, remember this: the first wave is created by 5 subwaves. The corrective wave is subdivided into 3 waves. So what we have right here on a larger scale is the same thing, because the Elliot wave is just like fractals, right? So on the larger scale we have first wave and right now second wave, and we are about to start a third wave. And if we zoom in, right, we can actually confirm that by counting the subwaves. So this was an impulse. If I would zoom in into like 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, you would see that it's subdivided into 5 waves. Right now, already on a daily time frame, it is also nicely visible that we have created the second wave that is being made by 3 waves, A, B, C, right? And if I go even one level below, this zigzag seems to be finished as well, right? We have the ABC, and now we are starting the larger third wave that is also subdivided into 5 waves, right? 1, 2, and I believe that right now we have already started the 1, 2, and we are about to have the third wave. And where the third wave is going to finish, we can once again analyze beautifully with our Fibonacci retracement tool, right? So you know that from higher time frame perspective, the major resistance is at 14.25 43 level. That's where I believe the whole impulse will stop, okay? The whole impulse that is being formed by 5 subwaves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this third wave, I believe, will finish lower, and let me share it with you where, by analyzing the price action right here that we had. And this one, 1.272, is very important level, okay? And I believe this will be working as a resistance, so I believe we can have something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? 5 will finish here, then we will have an ABC correction, and probably we will have a continuation towards 16.44. So it looking very bright for altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. So not all of them will be pumping, only the most juiciest ones. That's why when you're trading altcoins, you need to do properly fundamental analysis as well. That's exactly what we are doing in ParadiseTeam VIPs. We are only positioning ourselves in altcoins that are fundamentally very strong. We know there is going to be some action from whales, and also it's being supported perfectly by technical analysis, and we know exactly where we'll be exiting and where we will be entering the trade. That's very important. This bias about altcoins being bullish also being supported by the RSI. You can see that most of them are being near oversold level, and actually the average is around 45. And this is usually the kind of sweet spot when things are heating up but aren't overheated just yet, yeah? So this is usually just the sweet spot to be taking a look at some beautiful entries, obviously with confirmations. And together with that, we are also having a look at Bitcoin dominance, and we can see that when Bitcoin dominance is bearish, the money are flowing from Bitcoin into Ethereum and altcoins, right? And that's also like a sign of why we can be bullish about altcoins right now. Together with that, we can see that we have finished the impulse. I will not be analyzing the impulse on the Bitcoin dominance, but this was basically an impulse, and I believe right now we are below this huge resistance supply zone that is holding the Bitcoin dominance below it, okay? And we are starting some kind of corrective pattern. This will be a deep correction, so I believe we will retrace around 50% of this wave right here, so we can end up around 48%. It's also nicely being confluenced with the kinda resistance we had previously right here that will now work as a support zone, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So I believe we will take some kind of corrective mode, and it can even either be a form of zigzag or any other corrective pattern. For that, you can see our MCP University blog post where we have described each of the corrective mode, yeah? So it can be either zigzag, triple zigzag, double three, triple three. That will basically take us towards this level 48%. So until then, I believe it's a not bad idea to be holding on to and buying, accumulating some great fundamentally strong altcoins. And obviously I will keep you updated, ladies and gentlemen. So next video will be on Thursday. If you have enjoyed this one, please smash the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends if you want to help them grow in their trading career, and I will see you on Thursday. Cheers.